In this presentation, we'll be focusing on the technology aspect of flex mode, setting aside other aspects such as instructor support, possible pedagogical adjustment, and that sort of things will not be discussed in this presentation. Those are topics for other presentation. The main goal of this presentation is about developing flexipes or recipes for classroom readiness for flex mode instruction. The current plan is equipping at least one classroom per program area to be flex ready. And the requirements and the budgets are going to be around the needs and the goal of the programs and the courses. So we are talking about flex mode because it is vital for our students' success. By giving students scheduling flexibility, it is vital for their success, especially for students who have multiple responsibilities, such as job, family, and so on. There are three access points for students. So as they need, students can come to the class on campus, or they can access the same class through online in real time, or asynchronously. You may formulate or design your course as a regular full contact hours. You will just use a Canvas as a web enhancement. Or you could have it as a hybrid flex. So that's basically some face-to-face and some online components combined. The technology in flex mode classrooms are there to enable students from all access points, that includes on-campus, virtual, and asynchronous, to have full and equitable engagement and participation opportunities. So there will not be any discrepancy between different access points. And the tools must be user-friendly and accessible. And they will support innovative instructional models, not only for now, the current days, but future extension and expansion as well. Flex class will start from Canvas, where all the learning materials are stored. The Zoom class is the focal point of Flex class. Everybody from the classroom, as well as the virtual online students will be joining Zoom class. As you can see, the students in the classroom, they also use their laptop to join Zoom. And they may break it into a breakout room where they access, share the documents or share the platform, such as Office 365. And then there's asynchronous students joining after. Of course, they will be watching the recorded video of the meeting, so they know exactly what happened, and they access the shared document. Flex mode shares four common components, starting with Canvas, where all the learning materials and contents are stored and shared. And we have a physical classroom that is flex ready. And then we have a virtual classroom or the meeting place, such as Zoom or Microsoft Teams, as well as some kind of a shared document or platform, such as Google Docs, Office 365, or even Padlet. This is a sample flex-ready classroom setup. The goal is enabling students who are joining from online as well as on campus communicate and collaborate effectively. So that's why we have all these multiple video cameras pointing at different objects, as well as we have microphones picking up the sound from the classroom and the speakers, so that students from both online and on campus can communicate and collaborate effectively. So this is just a sample.
different programs and different classes will have a different requirements. So the combination of these technology will be different.
Not used to working with hot food. It takes some time. After a while, you get it. Okay, so in our taco bill, we've got just shredded cabbage, green cabbage. We want a little base, a little salad base in there. You could marinate this with anything you wanted to, but I've got a lot of flavors already. So really, I'm just looking for the crunch of the cabbage, the crispness and the freshness of it. We soak it.
We'll be talking about 4 major technology categories. 1, video, audio, display, and auxiliary technology. So here are some sample equipments, starting with PTZ cameras that could be mounted on the ceiling, on the wall. And this is Meeting Owls. That's one of those Omni video camera, microphone, speaker combined. This is an overhead document camera. And then moving on to audio, this is a microphone that the instructor would wear. And then this would be microphone that's on the ceiling, or you could have a microphone on the student's desk. Going over to display and monitors, this is a touchscreen monitor where you can annotate your slideshows and presentation and so on, or some kind of portable display that could work as a webcam as well. So for example, this could be a tablet PC. And then we have some auxiliary items, equipments that will make your flex mode presentation and the classroom activities much more streamlined. For the next few slides, I'm going to just highlight a few things. For example, PTZ cameras, which are kind of standard in flex mode courses, flex mode classrooms, that is. There are different things. For example, we have all-in-one that has a video camera, microphone, and speaker, and so on. And also we have option for auto tracking so that the presenter can walk around, then the camera will follow the presenter. And then also we have, again, all-in-one option that has everything in it. So it's a 1 unit. Then also we have Logitech that has kind of similar kind of a capacity as the Meeting Owls. Again, they all have a different strengths and kind of a slight shortcomings. It will be up to you to decide what will work the best and what will be more suitable. In addition to PTZ cameras, consider some other types of cameras as well. For example, here is an overhead document camera that could be used not only for showing some documents, but also point at certain objects in a classroom, such as a science labs or automotive program labs and so on. So we have a list of microphones and speakers. The primary goal of these will be, 1, capturing the best sound as possible, as well as it's easy to use it. So for example, here is a rappel microphone. The instructor can wear it, as well as ceiling microphones that could capture the sound from the classroom as well. So again, there is no perfect one-size-fits-all tool. Just consider different options and pick the one that will work the best for your class. So we have 2 monitor considerations. One is the wall-mounted monitors. So that will enable the instructor and the students in the classroom to be able to communicate with the students who are online. And the other one is touchscreen that is meant to be on the instructor's station. So that will allow the instructor to add annotation or use this as a whiteboard substitute. So these are the tools that could make your instruction much doable. As you are teaching contents, you will managing different platforms such as Zoom class while you are actually running a class on campus. That's a lot of work, and these tools are meant to be helping you to make your job easier. So, for example, we have Elgato Stream Deck that is like a pre-programmed buttons that will enable, for example, start a new program or closing the tab, or doing different things with just one push of button. The other one is there's a Sony Edge L AI-based video analytics. It has a bunch of cool things that has all the details here. So here is a sample configuration for Flex Mode Classroom using just all-in-one unit of Meeting Owls Pro. This has a built-in microphone, speaker, and webcams, multiple webcams. That includes the pan, like a 360-degree pan webcam, as well as speakers. Tracking the speakers.
This is a sample classroom for relatively larger classroom. It would have one or two PTZ cameras, perhaps one tracking the instructor and another one pointing at the whiteboard, or the combination of those. And then it could also have something more advanced presentation tools using multi-layers and auto tracking and that sort of kind of technology. And also more specific audio input microphone, perhaps from the student area. And then touchscreen monitors that the instructor can use to annotate or use it as a whiteboard. And then it could also have some sort of a document camera that could be right next to the instructor computer, or portable, so the instructor can move around perhaps different station in like a science lab or mechanical or automotive program areas. And then we have a rappel microphone for the instructor to wear, and also some sort of a switch that could help the streaming much smoother. So these are all pre-programmed buttons that could function, perform certain functions, like a pre-programmed function such as advancing slideshow or opening an application and moving cameras and that sort of kind of things. And of course, we will have a large wall-mounted monitors where the students in the class can see the students online. And these are also could be used for other purposes. For example, these large TV monitors could be used as a projector alternative, not just for the flex mode, but regular classroom activities and so on. This combination of technology could be suitable for lab classes, for example, the STEM classes, or mechanical or engineering classes where the instructor and the students will move around on stations. So that's why it has a multiple choices of video equipment. So that's a PTZ camera that could potentially track the instructor, and then here's an overhead document camera that could be portable, as well as something even more portable like GoPro cameras that the instructor can point at certain areas that is harder for students to see. But with these, the instructor can project it to the large TV or the projector. And then another portable devices would be something like a tablet PC or iPad mounted on this stand with wheels. And this iPad could be used as a computer, as well as display and recording devices. And also, you can perhaps imagine that you can put an owl, meeting owl device over here, so that a group of or part of students can circle around at a station where the instructor can actually offer an instruction, a quick demonstration, and so on. But that could be readily shared with the students who are joining the class online, and they are visible here. And then the something like a ceiling-mounted microphone could pick up the students in the classroom. And these wearable microphones, some for instructors, for example, in the culinary arts program, in the kitchen lab, it's quite noisy with all those equipments, and just the noise level is quite high. So that's why you want to have some kind of wearable microphone that is close to the speaker. And then also we can use this switch, so that could help the presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation, or just simply opening Zoom session with just push of a button. And we are not suggesting you should take all this, because each one has pros and cons, and some has like an overlapping functionality that may actually benefit you or counter beneficial. So consider different options and see what will work the best for your program. Hello, this is a sample video recording using OBSBot Tiny. That's a smaller version of those two models. And this one has a built-in microphone and 2x zoom. And we are situated in a classroom that is about 20 feet wide and 25 feet wide and about 25 feet deep. And this particular camera can track automatically using AI. And it's got the rotation rate of about, I think, 270 degrees. Let me see if I can just move my computer so I can see myself. Anyway, so I can look at the camera, and now it stopped following me because that's the limit. So probably we can see the corner, the door by the corner there, depending on the zoom level. So I can just keep walking at about normal speed in a classroom. I can keep moving, and then the audio should be able to be picked up from here. So let me go ahead and take a seat here. And let's say I'm in a classroom and listening to a lecture, and I raise my hand, and I'm talking more or less not loud as the instructor voice, but kind of average the student voice, raising hand, and I have a question. Could you clarify X, Y, Z? So, okay, so that's the audio using the built-in microphone. And let me go ahead and write something on the whiteboard. And let's say the meaning of life is 42, as we all know. And as I'm writing, I can do two more things. One is I can kind of position myself somewhere here, and then I can zoom in. So again, this is a 2x zoom, and then I can zoom out using the same gesture, like a 007, like that. Okay, and then also instead of having the camera to keep tracking, and I can just freeze the frame. And when I do that, I see a little green light turns into blue light on the camera, so that will indicate that it got my hand gesture control. And there are some other consensus being formed. One of them would be the technology in the classroom should be easy to use, and there should be some training and support. And that's completely understandable because our instructors are already doing full teaching. It's almost like a 3-ring circus most of the days. So requiring them to operate these equipments on top of the lectures and instruction and the interaction with the students, I think that's a too much, and it's actually counterproductive. So yes, that is one of the prime goals in terms of selecting and developing these flex recipes. So yes, and that's why we need your reflection and suggestions and ideas to make sure that these tools are useful and that you'll be able to use. Another concern is will there be enough flex-ready classrooms, perhaps this fall or coming quarters? Yes, that's a concern. We will be working hard to maximize the hour capacity. That's for sure. So we are at the very early stage of this flex mode preparation. Again, this is only the technology aspect, and there are other even more important and comprehensive aspects that we must address. So let's start from here. So please contact me and Liz Falconer at CITL and bring your ideas, feedback, and questions. Thank you.